Hello, Smart Garden community. Welcome back to another deep dive into the practices that truly transform our gardens from ordinary to extraordinary. Today, we're tackling one of the most fundamental yet often overlooked decisions every gardener faces: choosing the right mulch. Imagine a garden with less weeding, healthier plants, and bigger harvests, all with one simple change. This guide is your ultimate resource for unlocking the full potential of your soil with the right mulch. We'll break down the essential differences between wood chips, straw, and leaves, showing you exactly which option will give you the most vibrant, thriving garden you've ever had. The Great Mulch Debate. Makur. Why your garden needs this. Are you using the right mulch for your garden beds? The answer to this question matters far more than you might think. You know, mulch isn't just about making your garden look tidy. It's really a powerful tool that works around the clock. It suppresses weeds, retains that precious moisture, regulates soil temperature, and gradually improves your soil's structure and fertility. It's pretty amazing, right? When you get your mulching strategy just right, you'll notice an immediate reduction in your gardening workload. You'll spend less time weeding, less time watering, and less time fighting against nature. Instead, you'll be working with your garden's natural systems to create an environment where plants don't just survive, they thrive with remarkable vitality. Isn't that just fantastic? Beyond aesthetics, proper mulching creates a living blanket over your soil. This blanket protects it from temperature extremes, prevents erosion, and provides a welcoming habitat for those beneficial soil organisms. It's like giving your garden a cozy, protective layer. Pretty neat, huh? These microscopic workers are the unsung heroes of garden health, breaking down organic matter and making nutrients available to your plants in forms they can actually use. The question isn't whether to mulch, but which mulch will serve your specific gardening goals most effectively. We'll dive into the pros and cons of 3 popular accessible mulch options: wood chips, straw, and leaves, giving you the knowledge to make informed decisions that lead to tangible results. Wood chips. The long-haul powerhouse. Wood chips represent the marathon runner of the mulch world, offering durability and staying power that few other materials can match. So, understanding how wood chips break down is key to using them effectively. These chunky pieces of wood, decompose slowly over months and even years, gradually releasing organic matter into your soil while maintaining their structure and weed-suppressing capabilities. This long-term decomposition process means you won't be constantly reapplying mulch, making wood chips an excellent investment of time and resources for permanent garden features. The best applications for wood chips are perennial beds, around trees and shrubs, and along garden pathways where you want lasting coverage. A layer of 3 to 4 inches creates an effective barrier against weed germination while allowing water to penetrate to the soil below. The coarse texture of wood chips also provides excellent airflow at the soil surface, preventing the damp, stagnant conditions that can encourage fungal diseases. Over the long term, as wood chips break down, they contribute valuable organic matter that improves soil structure, water retention, and the overall health of your garden ecosystem. However, wood chips come with an important consideration that has sparked considerable debate in gardening circles: the nitrogen immobilization question. When fresh wood chips begin decomposing, the microorganisms responsible for breaking them down temporarily consume nitrogen from the surrounding soil. So, this doesn't mean the nitrogen disappears. It's actually just bound up in microbial bodies and will, eventually return to the soil. The key thing to remember is that this process mostly happens right at the mulch-soil interface, not deep down in the root zone, where your plants are feeding. For annual vegetable gardens, where you're planting directly into the soil, fresh wood chips can be kind of problematic if they're mixed in. The solution is actually pretty simple. Either age your wood chips for several months before using them in vegetable beds, use them only on the surface without mixing them in, or go ahead and apply a nitrogen-rich fertilizer to make up the difference. For perennial plantings, though, this nitrogen tie-up is rarely an issue, since established plants have those deep root systems that go well below the mulch layer. Straw is really the quick fix and cold weather champion. It brings a totally different energy to the garden. Think of it as the sprinter, the seasonal specialist, the material that works quickly and efficiently for short-term goals. Unlike wood chips, straw breaks down rapidly, often decomposing quite a bit within just a single growing season. This rapid decomposition means straw quickly adds organic matter to your soil, improving soil tilth, that beautiful crumbly texture we gardeners dream about. As straw breaks down, it releases nutrients and creates spaces in the soil that improve aeration and water infiltration, making it especially valuable for building up tired or compacted soils. Straw really shines as a seasonal star in annual vegetable gardens. Its light color reflects heat during the summer, keeping soil cooler around those heat-sensitive crops like lettuce and spinach. Plus, it excels at moisture retention, so you don't have to water as often during dry spells, and it keeps your fruits and veggies clean by preventing soil splash during rain or irrigation. For fall mulching, straw provides excellent insulation that protects plant roots through winter freezes, helping to extend your growing season and protect overwintering crops. And new plantings benefit a lot from straw mulch, which creates stable conditions while those tender roots are getting established. So, the main challenge with straw is the potential for weed seed contamination, even though, despite its name, straw is not hay. Hay is actually cut while seed heads are present and mature, while straw is just the leftover stems after the grain harvest. However, some straw does contain seeds from weeds that grew alongside the grain crop. To avoid, turning your mulch layer into an accidental weed nursery, seek out certified weed-free straw, which has been inspected and guaranteed to be seed-free. The extra cost is definitely worth avoiding the frustration of fighting an explosion of unwanted plants. Additionally, straw's lightweight nature means it can blow around in windy conditions, so you may need to wet it down after application, or anchor it with heavier materials at the edges of beds. Leaves, your garden's free goldmine. Fallen leaves represent the most overlooked treasure in gardening, a free renewable resource that nature delivers right to your doorstep each autumn. When leaves fall, they're not waste, they're actually a nutrient recycling system that has sustained forests for millennia. Those leaves contain essential minerals that trees pulled from deep in the soil, and when you use them as mulch, you're returning those nutrients exactly where they're needed. This creates a closed-loop system that builds increasingly rich, living soil year after year without requiring purchased inputs. The distinction between shredding and using whole leaves matters significantly for optimal results. Whole leaves tend to mat together when wet, creating a nearly impermeable layer that blocks air and water from reaching the soil. This matting can suffocate plant roots and create anaerobic conditions that encourage harmful bacteria. Shredded leaves, on the other hand, maintain spaces between fragments that allow air and water penetration while still providing excellent coverage. A lawnmower with a bag attachment makes quick work of shredding leaves, or you can spread them on your lawn and mow over them repeatedly. The smaller pieces decompose more quickly and integrate into the soil more readily, feeding earthworms and soil microorganisms that create the rich, fluffy texture of truly healthy garden soil. Beyond their horticultural benefits, leaves really represent sustainability in action. They're totally accessible, requiring nothing more than a rake and maybe a shredder. Plus, they eliminate the need for synthetic fertilizers by providing slow-release nutrients exactly as nature intended. Oak leaves tend to be a bit acidic and take longer to break down, which actually makes them perfect for acid-loving plants like blueberries and azaleas. Maple and other deciduous leaves, on the other hand, decompose more quickly and work well in general garden applications. The ultimate budget-friendly option, leaf mulch costs you nothing but a bit of labor and delivers returns that just keep compounding year after year as your soil becomes increasingly fertile. Choosing your mulch champion, well, it really comes down to your specific gardening goals. Tailoring your mulch choice transforms this decision from confusing to, honestly, crystal clear. If weed control and permanent plantings is your top priority, wood chips deliver unmatched performance. For rapid soil improvement in vegetable beds or, seasonal protection, straw provides quick results. When building long-term soil health on a budget, honestly, nothing beats shredded leaves. Understanding these distinctions empowers you to match materials to purposes rather than searching for a one-size-fits-all solution. Many successful gardeners move beyond choosing a single mulch type and instead combine materials for synergistic benefits. You might use wood chips for pathways and around perennials while mulching annual vegetables with straw and using shredded leaves in flower beds. Some gardeners layer materials, putting down leaves first for rapid nutrient addition and topping them with wood chips for longer-lasting weed suppression. This adaptive approach allows you to optimize different garden zones according to their unique needs. The ultimate takeaway from this mulch comparison is empowerment. You now have the knowledge to make informed decisions that will create a thriving, vibrant garden. Whether you're focused on reducing maintenance, improving soil health, or maximizing harvests, the right mulch strategy supports all these goals simultaneously. The difference you'll see in plant vigor, soil quality, and overall garden productivity is nothing short of remarkable. If this guide has helped clarify your mulching strategy, please subscribe to Smart Garden for more in-depth, practical gardening wisdom that gets real results. Share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to take their gardens to the next level. Together, we're growing not just plants, but knowledge, community, and the kind of abundant gardens that nourish both body and soul. Happy gardening.